I'm built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
I've been fan doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Excited about today's episode. It's Friday. We all got our jerseys on representing. You know, some of us got 3 L's, some of us got 2 L's, and some of us undefeated. All right. So look, we got some picks to make this week. This is for this weekend. A lot of key matchups, especially one on Monday night. I'm curious to see what y'all gotta talk about, say about that matchup. And then we got some matchups in our little group chat. You know, we got the Browns and the 49ers matching up this week. And some people are saying some quarterbacks are scared to play this week, but we're going to talk about that. But before we get into all that, I got my bros with me. I got Davey Dollars representing the 49ers. And I got Mr. You Done Something So representing the Dallas Cowboys. How y'all doing, fellas?
Hey, man. I know I ain't said this in a while, but I told myself I need to start saying this more often. Y'all not only tuned in to Refuse to Lose. You got to remember, this is the Whole Food Network of I would say network. It's the Whole Food Network because everything here is organic. Everything. So with that being said, I'm doing good. You know, it's a new week. We got to bounce back. Last week was last week. Dave got that jersey on, so I can't make too many comments. But yeah, I'm doing good.
I'm doing great.
He just had to go one up. Look, you already beat us up, man.
Look, I'm excited because I just recorded my first episode yesterday and it premiered today at 10 o'clock. Hope y'all was able to tune in. I did make a couple errors in there. I said, so let me make this first. George Pickens went to Georgia, not Alabama. You know, I apologize wrong for making that mistake because you definitely came at my neck in the chat. So apologize for that. But hey, players mess up. That's what we do. But man, I'm excited. It's Friday. We get to make some picks today. We can talk about last night's game, even though it wasn't really much of a game. I think everyone expected the Chiefs to win that game. But we got to talk about it. But we got some games to pick. Hope y'all are ready for today. It's Friday. We're going to have some fun on Friday. It's time to turn up. Friday the 13th. Let's get it, man. Turn up. Turn me up. Up. All right, man. Jody, do your thing.
Let's get it. All right, y'all. So before we get into these picks, last night's game, make sure y'all like this video on all 3 platforms. We are streaming this live on X. Getting it right, y'all. X, Facebook, and YouTube, y'all. All right. So make sure y'all like it on all 3 platforms. Share the video on all 3 platforms. Also follow and subscribe on all 3 platforms if you haven't. We're just a little over 50 subscribers away from hitting that hitting 1,000 subscribers. So appreciate those who already subscribe and the ones who will in the future. Also use that comment section. We can see all the comments you guys will be using throughout the chat. And then we're gonna throw them on the screen like you see. Shout out to Mark already in there. Cheese. We're gonna get to that. Cheese worried a little bit. And if you throw in the super chat, you know, as a favor, we're gonna pause, hold up everything we're doing. We're gonna read it. You know, let the people know what you're saying, and we appreciate all the donations. All right. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, the floor is yours.
Man, I don't know. Then I know I like Amazon packages. You know, I like Amazon Prime. I like some of the videos that come on Amazon Prime, but I don't like Thursday Night Football on Amazon. Like, I'm sorry. Y'all limited us to this one streaming network, but the games ain't good. Everything that when you think Amazon, you think good products. You like, look, I got Prime. I'm gonna get my packages in 2 days. If I don't got Prime, I got a credit system where I can still get my packages in almost 2 days. Meanwhile, you got the streaming service where I can watch some of my movies. I can go in there and watch Fast Five early. I can rent movies if I don't want to go to the movie theater. You know, some people still dealing with the COVID situation. But then I come on Thursday night and I'm like, okay, I got the Chiefs versus the Broncos. They suck. Then you go back last week, you got the Commanders versus the Bears. I mean, the Bears was trash. The product wasn't good, but the Bears is not good. So every Thursday night, it's just like, man, do I really want to tune in? Yes, because I love football. And we're going to talk about, was it swiftful thinking of letting EB go? Or was it swiftful thinking of the Broncos telling all their players they're going to get traded right before a game? So again, Thursday night strikes again in a game with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs offense are still trying to put everything together. They come out victorious and they defeat the Broncos 19-8. We got to talk about it because it's the Chiefs. So I'm gonna start with you, Dave. You know, you started off with the show today. You know, you debuted the doghouse. So you're gonna start it. You're gonna start the show off today and debut the swiftful thinking of Mahomes.
So I don't think the Chiefs should be worried. I don't think so. For one, this is a division game, and these games are always close between them and the Broncos. No matter that they've come out on top 15 straight times, it's just that this is a division game. This is what you expect. Look at the Niners versus the Rams. That was a close game. We only won the game by 7 points. Look at the Commanders versus the Eagles. That game was won by 3 points in overtime. It's a division game. It's going to happen. It's what you expect. Now you would expect the offense to be a lot better, but Patrick Mahomes is going to make these mistakes. He does this all the time. He takes a lot of chances. So he threw a pick in this game. His QBR wasn't really high. It was only 60.4, which is it's all right. It's not bad. His rating was 94.4. So I mean I don't know. But the offense, I'm not too worried about Patrick Mahomes. I think it's more so. I think they need to trade for a receiver. I think that's the biggest thing for them because they don't really have a true number one. I think the only number one they have is Kelsey, and Kelsey's a tight end, and he's hobbled right now. He's still dealing with a lot. He's still dealing with an ankle injury right now. But I'll tell you one thing I'm not worried about when it comes to the Chiefs is that defense. That defense is vastly improved. It definitely made me a believer now because I think me and Joe were the two people that was like, I don't, other than Chris Jones, or what else is this defense really good for? And they pretty much was like, well, we heard what y'all said, so we're going to go out here and prove y'all wrong. And this defense is definitely really good, a lot better than I thought it was. And there's a lot of, with the Broncos' appearance to be clean the house, one of the players that they cut actually was with the Chiefs last year, and that's Frank Clark. And a lot of people are believing that Frank Clark is going to go right back to the Kansas City Chiefs. And that will be pretty much a match made in heaven. He already knows the system. He's been there. He's a champion with the Kansas City Chiefs. So that would be good. My only thing about this is the Broncos definitely have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. They allowed 4 sacks last night. And that offensive line is just not good. They thought they made some decisions when they went out and signed players like Mike McGlinchey, who used to be for San Francisco, and now offensive line was terrible because he was on that right side. Now he's gone. He's not an issue with us anymore, so he's now the Broncos issue. Russell Wilson had probably his worst game of the season so far with only 95 passing yards, only 4-point yards a pass, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Not good. QBR was a 10.1 to be exact. And his quarterback grade was a 46.6, not even 50. So that's bad all across the board. And then one receiver who actually had an issue with another receiver last night, and Jerry Jeudy, only had 4-point yards a catch, 3 catches for 14 yards. So he did not show up, even though he was healthy. So these are the players that teams really want to trade for. Like, are you really going to go and try to trade for Jerry Judy? How much you going to give up for him?
You sure about that?
I think Cortland Sutton is probably the best receiver they have on the roster, so you could probably get a lot for him. But I wouldn't. If I'm a team and I'm trying to trade for Jerry Judy, I'm not giving up too much because for one, he doesn't stay healthy, and like Joe said yesterday on the show, it's not a sure thing that he's going to catch the ball either. So I'm not worried about the Kansas City Chiefs, but I think the message that was sent out to the Broncos that everybody's being traded was definitely a bad message. So they pretty much have given up on him.
Joe.
So look, I know we just Dave's comment. All right, Dave said that me and Joe slept on the defense. This is what I said. I said without without Chris Jones, they're not winning the Super Bowl. They don't have
false accusation.
They don't have a big impactful player on that defense like a Chris Jones that can make a big difference like he could, that can help them get the Super Bowl. But I also said when the season started, I think Chris Jones, no, even before the season started, I said that this will be the best defense Patrick Mahomes ever played with. So I just want to say that. I want to make sure I clean myself up, right? But anyways, that defense is legit. They are legit, man. They are a great defense. They've been playing great all year. See, the Chiefs are smart. This is what they did, y'all. All right? Patrick Mahomes comes in as a talented young player. He sits behind Alex Smith, and he sat there and learned. Came in at the end of the season against these very Broncos. And then the next year, they had Tyreek Hill, they had Kareem Hunt, they had Travis Kelce. They got weapons. And they go to 5 straight AFC championships, right? Within those 5 AFC championships, they get rid of Tyreek Hill. They let Nicole Hardman walk. They let guys walk. They ain't signing no veterans at the receiver position. We keep asking the Chiefs, oh, get D-Hop, get Odell, get this player. And they ain't looking at none of them. You know what they focus on? They focus on having one of the best offensive lines in the NFL and focus on having one of the best defenses in the NFL. And their mindset is, as long as we have Kelce out there for Mahomes and Andy Reid calling the plays, we trust Patrick Mahomes enough to get the job done. Kind of sounds like another quarterback named Tom Brady. When they didn't go out and get another receiver, they went out and made sure he had a good offensive line, a good defense, and a tight end, right? And the play caller. So they putting all their trust in Patrick Mahomes. He's taking less money so that they're able to do these things. And like you said, Dave, Frank Clark is now a free agent, and he's likely to sign with the Chiefs. That's even better. So the Chiefs are going to be okay. They're going to build more chemistry with these receivers as the season goes on. And I mean, I'm not worried about the offense. I would rather worry about the offense right now than the defense. Let me say that. And right now, I'm not worried about the defense. I'm worried about the offense. So they are in a better situation. Usually, when they were in their last slump a few years ago, the offense was clicking, but the defense was getting killed. We was like, oh. Now the Broncos. Well, before I go forward, right? I want to play a clip, right? I saw this today. I was like, okay, let's get it. This is pretty good. You know, I literally saw this right before we came on the show. Now I want to play this clip right here. All right, don't worry, it ain't Jimmy Butler's hairdo. All right.
Trust me.
Now that would have been funny.
I'd have walked over the show. He did that.
I want to play this clip right here. Listen to this, y'all. Oh man, the sound is so low. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, we're going. It's everybody just turn your ears up. All right, listen to this.
Serious question: do you think they miss Bieniemy? And I know he's good. I know you like him and he's good.
Yeah, maybe valuable. A little.
But
yeah.
Is that some of what's going on?
I think you know where I think Bieniemy where they really miss him. He has more of a get in your face factor when they're kind of going through the motions than Matt Nagy, certainly than Andy Reid. And so there is a level of, I think, you know what I mean, snapping into that.
Let's get it. So, shout out to the Couriers. Ain't that what the Couriers said? No drop one on passes. He was like, no, see, they can't hear it. They can't hear it. Basically, he said, do you think they miss Eric Bieniemy? He said, I think at this point where he's more of a I'm going to get in your face type coach. You know, he's a non-nonsense type coach. When they said that that sign on the door with the Commanders about do your job, that was Eric Bieniemy. when Decoria, let me get Decoria some props. When they were dropping all the passes week 1, and he was like, man, if Airbnb was there, they want me going on. And then I was like, you would have got Decoria, you would have got Tony Face said, boy, you better catch the ball. Talk about that stuff matters. I was telling Mark today, I think Ron Rivera is too nice. And Airbnb is the complete opposite of Ron Rivera, but it's not about the Commanders. I just want to get out there. And last thing I want to say about this, with the Broncos, Russell Wilson played bad, y'all. I've been praising him all year. The first 2 drives on him on 4th down. You're going to just take a sack on 4th and 2. Not even getting people the chance. And then the second drive, you go right to Nick Bolton. But the defense showed yesterday. I ain't worried about the Chiefs, but the Broncos, man, we already know about them. We talked about it yesterday. Hell's the Commanders, by the way. Shout out to Airbnb.
Man, do we want to talk about the Broncos or do we want to talk about how the Chiefs were struggling in the red zone? They were 1-5 in the red zone. Or do we want to look at it like Dave said, this is a rivalry game, so you kind of know your rivals like the back of your hand, or you kind of know the schemes because you see them twice, so it's more film out there, and you look at it like that? Or do we want to talk about EB not being there, again, with the play calling? Or do we want to talk about how some of these wide receivers can't really get open on the Chiefs unless Travis Kelce is sitting in the zone and then he pitches the ball to another tight end and things like that? Or do we want to talk about how Jerry Jeudy is running down on announcers now who are ex-NFL players and telling them, like, I'm mad you talked about me on your podcast, when they technically was just telling you, hey, be a better player? Like, we want to talk about that sensitive stuff? Or do we want to talk about Russell Wilson going to the sideline saying, I told y'all it wasn't me. I told y'all it wasn't me. Or do we want to talk about how New Orleans Saints are looking back and saying, we told y'all it was Drew Brees carrying them this whole time and y'all thought it was him? Or do we just want to talk about football? Like,
not a narrative.
I'm just saying, this, when you're watching this, it's like, man, that's a lot going on right now. But then some people are saying, like, hey, the Chiefs, they're just bored with the regular season. Like when you've been dominant for so long, it's just hard for you to like get into the regular season. And I found it funny when I heard that, because then I look back and I remember 2 or 3 plays from Chris Jones, and he was sitting there, and there was moments where he was just standing there like, we really blitzing? All right. And then he got down in the stance, and then he like barely tried to attack the quarterback. Then they did it again. He's like, they really playing? Then he got down again. Then you look at the one play where Mahomes ran to the sideline and got the first down. The cornerback looks at Tony, looks at Mahomes, and said, I'm going to make a business decision, and runs into the wide receiver instead of trying to tackle Mahomes. So it's just like, did they really want to play this game?
That looked like it was scripted to me. I ain't gonna lie.
The whole world was like, why didn't he even attempt to like dive at Mahomes? He just looked at him and said, all right, bump. I don't know. Thursday night was insane. The NFL may be actually running with this idea that they are scripted. Vince McMahon may be up in one of them offices saying, look, this is how you do it. You got to come up with a heel. You get your heel, then you get your star, then you get that one other person who people really don't know. So I'm trying to figure out who's the Kurt Angle of the NFL right now. Like, I'm trying to figure that out.
Not the Kurt Angle.
But right now, we know who the Stone Cold Steve Austins are, and they sitting right next to me, Dave, because y'all here just thinking you know what and keeping it going. And that's the bottom line. But for me, it's Thursday night. These teams don't really take Thursday night too serious. I don't think the Chiefs are really like, I wouldn't be worried about them. Like, you can't be worried about a team that's been to 5 AFC championships, 3 Super Bowls to talk about it, but that's just me.
Hey, Blake, Kurt Angle is good. He was hated. Nobody liked Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Tomo went wrong in what he said. He actually admit that.
I couldn't stand Kurt Angle, but he was great.
Is Kurt Angle the Cowboys?
Nah, Kurt Angle was a winner though. I'm sorry. No respect to the Cowboys. He told me you just had to be the person taking the hits for the Cowboys, bro.
You know what? I'm that's all right. Somebody going down with me. Kurt Angle, the Patriots.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example. He is.
Man, but yeah, that's just where I take it, man. Nobody don't know. It's true. But we can get into these picks unless y'all want to give a special message to Andy Reid. Y'all want to give a special message to Andy Reid?
I mean, they should
take over the play call and stop giving it to Matt Nagy.
I mean, no. He called the plays. That's what they say. You know, he called the plays. Matt Nagy ain't calling the plays. He's
No,
doing
no,
all the work.
that was a.
That's what I heard.
I wasn't serious when I said that.
Because I
That
didn't
was a
public
troll.
hear a speech and him saying he gave it to Matt Nagy, so I can't assume. So, you know.
Hey, you never know, right? Well, speaking of play calling, right?
That's
We're gonna take it right on over to the dummies, you know. The Baltimore
Yeah.
Ravens. There we go. The Baltimore Ravens go up against the Titans. You know, this is one of those playoff teams. You know, it's a playoff rivalry here. Who wins this game?
Mhm.
Joe?
Let me teach you. All right, look. The Ravens versus the Titans. Ravens gonna win this game. The Ravens are so, man. One thing Javon always say in the members only video. Shout out to Vaughn and Carl with their weekly member only videos. Ravens instead of recap. Ravens are sloppy, man. They're a sloppy team, and they are. Y'all ever watch the Ravens? Like, you know how you watch that Chiefs game and you like, man, the Chiefs don't win anything. I don't care how sloppy you look, they don't win. That's how I be feeling watching the Ravens. And then when it get down to the wire, I'm like, man, they so sloppy. They gotta fumble the ball away or something like that. Throw it in, and that happens both games they lost. The Titans are ran by a well-disciplined coach who, no matter what the personnel is out there, they're going to compete. The Titans can come out 1 week and get blown out by a team like the Texans, but then come out the next week and play a team like, you know, I'm not gonna say the Cowboys, you know, a team that's like a playoff, like a Seahawks, something like that, and be very competitive and win that game.
Oh, you can say the Commanders.
Nah, we gotta earn our respect. I have predictions about them, but it has to be shown first.
Okay.
You know. So yeah. So if I'm picking the Ravens, I don't think the Ravens are going to lose 2 games in a row. Especially after losing the division lead to the Steelers. One thing they want to do is win the division. That's one of their goals. I know that this year they let us slip about their hands the last 2 years. And I'm looking at Lamar Jackson having a big game this week and limiting the turnovers, right? So I'm expecting no turnovers from Lamar Jackson, him having a big game and beating the Titans.
Well, I got you, Dave, because you started off. So this game is in London. And if you pay close attention to the social networks, they say that Baltimore and London has the same accent. So they're gonna feel like they back at home. So I'm going with the Ravens. Titans, they still trying to figure it out. Like D-Hop just had his first 100-yard game. Yeah. Derrick Henry is still trying to slowly. I don't know what's going on there.
Killing you, Tomo. He's killing you right now in your fantasy, bro. I mean,
he is, but it's okay because it seemed like I'll talk about my fantasy team just for 1 second. It seems like everyone that scores a lot of points the week before they play me, I bring them right down to my level. It's like, no, we're gonna be in the 70s and 80s over here, okay? Your best player is not gonna play good this week. But yeah, I'm picking the Ravens to win this game. Dave.
And the Ravens been in London for a while too, by the way. Go ahead.
They have, but this is I don't know. This game wasn't. I'm picking the Titans to win this game. I think with Treylon Burks being out in this game, because I believe that's what I saw.
He is out
from our sources. D-Hop is going to be able to play his game the way he wants to. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens win, of course, because I usually don't expect them to lose 2 games in a row. Coming off of a rivalry game against the Steelers in a close loss, I would expect them to come out and win, but I just had this feeling that the Titans are going to come out and play better than most people expect them to.
All right.
Wow. With Burks being out, that's not good for the Hawks either. There's more attention on the Hawks.
I mean, did you see what Pickens did to Hunt? All right. I mean, this is gonna be a tough day for Carl because you got to root for your narrative and your boy against your team. So it's kind of like you fighting 2 battles. But you know, speaking of narratives, because that's what the NFL stands for, we gotta talk about these Seahawks and these Bengals. Well, it's kind of funny that Mr. I'm always open showed y'all that he is always open. He backed it up in that game. Dave, tell me who gonna win this game, man.
Cincinnati.
Oh, see how fast.
Yeah, I got Cincinnati win this game. I feel like Jamar Chase is going to have another great game and show why he's the top 5 receiver, not AJ Brown.
Dang.
Okay, send the shots. My man ain't playing no game. So with that being said, y'all know I'm going with the Bengals too. I mean, there has been a lot of talk, between DK Metcalf saying that, Jamar Chase is doing this thing, but I think my man Witherspoon could hold him down. We gonna see because he gonna need POP at the rate Jamar Chase going.
I wonder if POP ever held it down. But
that's a good question. Questions that need answers.
I need answers. But T. Higgins is questionable. That's a big if right there with them. Joe Burrow.
He practiced fully today, by the way.
That's good. Joe Burrow has looked better these last 2 weeks because Jamar Chase looked better these last 2 weeks. He's been throwing into Jamar Chase. So I'm picking the Bengals off this. The strength of DK Metcalf saying something. Literally, and DK Metcalf ain't said nothing bad. He gave Jamar Chase his props. He said, well, he didn't say he's going to strap Jamar Chase. He said he's going to get the best out of him. That's all he said, which, I mean, he probably would. Meaning Chase might cook up a 20-yard game, But I think that the Bengals are going to win this game. I think the Bengals are about to hit their winning streak for the season. If not winning the streak, they're going to win like 6 out of 7 games, something like that. That's what they do, these last few years. That's what they've been doing. They always start slow, and now they're about to start striving up. So I'm picking the Bengals to win this game over the Seahawks.
Okay. Well, I mean, this one's going to be easy because the next game we got to talk about is the Panthers versus the Dolphins. And we can do we just want to skip it? I mean, I got the Dolphins. Guys, who y'all got?
I got the Dolphins too.
Dolphins. All right. Hey, Carl, Bryce Young. They said they had to dumb down the playbook for your boy.
Yeah, did say that. They did say that. I did see that too. I saw that too.
I mean, what's up with your boy? I mean, that's not my beef. That's you and Kevin beef, But I'm just saying, But Kevin, they did the right thing and bet the draft. That's what he talked about.
That's it. That's it.
That was the easiest bet ever.
Like I would never bet on who's gonna get drafted.
Yeah, my money. I got my money and got up out of there.
But
that's what the Dolphins gonna do on Sunday.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm picking the Dolphins. Yeah, that's an easy game, and the Dolphins are at home. I mean, the Panthers are 0-5, so
yeah. Panthers are looking to trade some of their players too. They said Brian Burns might be gone, and
he been talked all season too.
The safety
Chin.
might be gone as well. Chin, because the Eagles are looking at him.
If I'm the I know we gotta go to the next game, but did y'all hear about Miles Sanders getting booed at the home game? Like when he took the field, the Panthers fans started booing him. So, man, that's crazy. If you want to get traded and help us go to the Super Bowl, I mean, I'm not going to disrespect you, Miles. Come on down.
As long as I got Dak, y'all not seeing the Super Bowl.
We need a running back.
You need a better quarterback.
All right, you keep talking like that. Somebody cleat gonna get stuck in the grass, and you can be right over here with me. All right. He's taking shots where he can. Now this next game. This is another game where it might be a quick pick. Raiders versus Pats.
I mean, what is that?
Is that really a quick pick?
Oh, you really think Mike Jones is? Okay, who y'all got winning? This is gonna be good. Joe, go ahead.
So this is tough. This is basically the Patriots against the Patriots. I mean, they got all their phone players over the Raiders. This is gonna be a good one though. I'm curious. Bill Belichick.
This is funny.
Normally, his former coaches.
He said it's gonna be a tie.
They're gonna die. I think his former coaches, they actually beat Belichick. If I'm not mistaken, they do a good job on Belichick. It's one. I know. I think they do a good job.
I think only Mike that beat him.
I think only Mike Vrabel was the one.
My bad, I'm tripping. The head coaches don't, and Mike Vrabel was not the head coach, and he did a good job against him.
Yeah.
So Jimmy G, Mac Jones, that should have been a question. We have a better game. Who gonna throw the most picks?
Wow.
But Matt Judon is hurt. We know he's out. Christian Gonzalez out for the year.
Yeah, but they went and trade for J.C. Jackson. So
Yeah, J.C. Jackson is back. I mean, he did go with the Patriots, right? So, the Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots because they've been sliding. They've been struggling. They're 1-4. I do not expect the Patriots to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. I do expect them to win at least like 8 games. That was my expectations for them, and they started off 1-4. So, off the strength of that, I'm going to pick the Patriots and also Josh McDaniel. I don't know why I said Kyle Shanahan. They look alike. Josh McDaniel is on the other side, and Belichick is on the one side too. So former coach under his belt, yeah, he's going to outdo him. So, and I don't trust Josh McDaniel. I know how I feel about him. So I'm going with Belichick and the Patriots.
We talked about this all week. Everybody
Do your job.
okay?
do your job, Jimmy G. Do your job. Devontae Adams, do your job.
He's been Jimmy G. You said it again.
Hold on.
Tell him
hold on.
again.
Let me finish.
Sound like his agent. He got upset.
No.
Look, you won last week, Joe. It's okay.
Oh no,
You
why I turn
won.
up the dog? Go ahead, Dave.
Oh boy, he turned up. I was like, dang, he finished it.
He acting like he lost last week because of Devontae. You won.
No
4
bull.
targets, man, last week. I'm like, what? You what?
Hey,
Go ahead.
Jones, do your job.
Corey Myers.
Kobe Myers, do your job. Hunter Renfro, do your job. Defense, do your job. Patriots winning this game.
John Jacobs.
have been zapped.
I think the Patriots win this game though. Simply all things Joe said. Bill Belichick usually wins against his proteges. So Mike Vrabel's the only one that has had the best of him. And you can't really say that's his protege because he played for him.
Player, yeah.
So
Max Crosby still plays for the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Max Crosby had a field day on the Chargers. Max Crosby's gonna have a field day on Mac Jones. I'm picking the Raiders. I'm sorry, Mac. It's Mac. You're done, son. I don't know.
hey,
It's not your year. It's not your year. It's not your year. Yeah, I gotta bounce back next year, but yeah, I'm going with the Raiders.
nacho cheese.
That's what he's looking like. Well, things are gonna get interesting here because now we got to talk about the Eagles versus the Jets.
Mm.
And we've all seen how the Jets have tried to bounce back with Zach Wilson. We've all been talking about the Eagles' offensive struggles at times. Granted, they found a way to get their receiver the ball so you have over 100 yards. But their defensive secondary has had issues.
Took a hit too.
With that being said, the Eagles are still going to win this game. It's going to be a tough one, but they're going to win this game because of their rush defense. Like Breece Hall is going to get his touches, but I think Jalen and them going to find a way to get to him. They said Jalen said something about his ankle, but we going to see.
He's not playing.
He's out.
Oh, Jalen not playing?
Yeah, he's
He's
out.
out.
Also,
And
B.
Darius Slay.
Brown?
And Darius Slay out.
Darius Slay and Jalen Carter are out. They're not playing in the
Out.
game.
See what happened when you don't check the chats. Guess what? Though? I'm
When you
still.
said that, I was like, he must not have seen what I put in the chat.
When you said the Eagles secondary took a hit, I said that's every game.
Nah, your best cornerback is out.
Okay. Oh wow. I'm still going with the Eagles, but oh wow, this is going to be very, very interesting.
This
With
will be
the Eagles, but oh wow.
Yeah, let's see what happens here, Zach.
This will be interesting. It will be.
Hey, Dave, tell us who you got.
I have the Eagles as well, but I feel just exactly how you feel. This is going to be an interesting game because Garrett Wilson, I think he's going to go off against whoever they put on him because it's not Darius. Because Darius Slay is out. I think Garrett Wilson going to have a good day. The only thing I think will stop the Jets from winning this game is that passing, that pass protection.
Yep.
I think that's what's going to hurt them. And I think Zach Wilson is going to get pressured a lot, even with Jalen Carter being out. I believe the practice window for Nakobe Dean has opened up. Nolan Smith more than likely is going to get some more PT with Jalen Carter being out. So I think this is going to be, even though he's a linebacker, I feel like they're going to try to get him more involved. Being a rookie.
And Quez Watkins.
I got the Eagles win this game.
Honestly, he's been out all year though.
I knew I went in the chest for a reason. This is crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, on me? Okay, you finished, Dave? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going with the Eagles too. All right, and I'm going with the Eagles mainly because of the offense. Because of the offense, and we all know the Jets have a good defense. They do. But at the end of the day, man, with the injuries to Slade, with the injuries to Jalen Carter, Zach Wilson is the quarterback at the end of the day. I mean, he did look good against the Chiefs. I get it. But in the Chiefs, we just raved about their defense. But do I really trust Zach Wilson? Like, I don't. You know, I will really be shocked if the Eagles lose this game. I'll be shocked. So even with the injuries. So I'm going to pick the Eagles to win this game. And plus, the Eagles have a tough game ahead of them after this game. They got the Dolphins. So like I said, with the Eagles, when you beat the Eagles, you have to beat the Eagles. You're not going to catch them slipping. That's just they are a focused team. And the Jets, man, I mean, Zach Wilson's your quarterback. I mean, I don't know, man. We will see, but I'm going with the Eagles.
I think Brees Hall might have a better game now, knowing that Jalen Carter's going to be out.
Yeah, he will.
I think that will help if they're able to establish the run with Brees Hall and Dalvin Cook. If they're able to do that, then they have a good chance to win this game. I don't. They
have to run Brees Hall. No, you're right. They like Nathaniel Hackett has to call a good game plan of running more than passing. All right.
The game you call against the Broncos is what you need to call in this game. You need to be able to have both of your running backs.
Facts.
Run the ball at least split between 20 to 25 to 30 carries. You need to make sure you feed those running backs. Establish the run somehow. Make them respect the run. Because if you don't do that, you're going to set Zach Wilson up to getting sacked at least 6 or 7 times in this game. It's possible that this could happen with this Eagles defense. So watch what you're doing, Hackett.
Well, I don't think he'll get sacked that many times, especially with Jalen Carter being out.
I'm saying it's possible. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm saying it's possible with this defensive line.
Hassan Reddick is back. Did you see him? He got the cast off now. Jordan Davis. Brandon Graham might get one.
How many times y'all sacked Zach Wilson?
Did we get to him? We got to him probably like 3-4 times, maybe.
Yeah. No.
It wasn't like the Daniel Jones game. It wasn't like that.
I don't see the Eagles sacking him 6-7 times.
Yeah, that O-line is bad too, though. This is definitely, I was gonna say this was the pharmacy game for the Eagles. This is where they get right, they get everything right, then they go play the Dolphins and show y'all what this offense was supposed to look like all season.
I mean, what offensive line they haven't played so far? That wasn't every offensive line they played had either an injury or it wasn't that good. The Patriots had 2 injuries on the offensive line. I think the Rams had an injury.
The Bucks had, I think they're better with Tristan Wirfs out.
The Bucks had an injury. Rams don't have a good offensive line. The Vikings really.
Vikings was done.
And then us, we having our sack issue. So
our offensive line played the best though out of all those teams.
It has, and it has. And look what happened. 31 points hung over.
Well, y'all gonna have to do another 31 because we gotta talk about y'all going down to the A-Town. Can y'all take them down? Commanders, what we doing?
All right. So the Commanders lost 3 straight games. I do not see them losing 4 straight games. All right. I'm not going to guarantee any win because you remember what happened last time I did that with the Giants. But I see us winning this game. I'm very confident we will win this game. After hearing Eric Bieniemy press conference, ready to run through a wall once again. But he's a no nonsense type guy, and he's the guy that's not going to allow losing habits. That's what I love about him, man. Like that's why I was on the phone with Mark earlier. Shout out to Mark, and I was telling him how Ron Rivera at times could be too nice. He's a good guy. Now he's an NFL head coach. He's going to get in people's face. That's just what every coach does. But one thing Eric Bieniemy said about Ron Rivera was this: what I like about Ron Rivera, he's always focused on the positives. And that's good. But sometimes your team need to hear what the heck they need to get. You gotta let them know what's up. And that's what Eric Bieniemy does. And there's no way he's gonna let this team come because even though we lost to the Eagles, they were focused against the Eagles, right? Against the Bills, Sam Howell had a bad game. Sam Howell only. Everybody else was straight. Then we played the Eagles, got beat by the better team. Manuel Forbes got cooked by A.J. Brown. Came out with the Bears, lackadaisical on defense the whole freaking game for real until midway through the second half, kind of. So there's no way we're gonna have back-to-back games like this. And we know Atlanta doesn't have a run first quarterback. They got Ritter, right? So I think he's gonna get hit. We're gonna get to the quarterback a lot, in my opinion. But what I'm worried about is that rushing attack, like Bijan Robinson, when they're in open space and stuff like that, because we give up a lot of big plays, man. So I'm worried about that, but I want to see how the defense respond. But I got us winning this game. Hopefully, I would want to see a demanding victory, not on nail biter, but just get the dub. Get this Bears game out of my mind, man.
Yeah, it has been a long time since we've seen y'all play football. It felt like it's been almost 3 weeks since y'all played football. That's crazy. We watched y'all get demolished and y'all watched us get demolished, and then we had to watch other teams just go out there and do their thing. It has been a long time since y'all played football, but I definitely do think y'all will win this one. I thought y'all was gonna beat the Eagles. I picked y'all to matter of fact, I might need to pick another team. It might be me, Joe, because I said y'all was gonna beat the Bills. I said y'all was gonna beat the Eagles.
You picked the Eagles?
Yeah.
I was not.
No, I think I picked the Eagles.
Yeah, I think you picked the Eagles.
I picked the Eagles. I'm sorry.
You did pick the Bills, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah, because y'all always known for beating the teams that you're not supposed to. And boom. But I think y'all gonna bounce back. I know you gave up a lot of big plays, but since that Thursday, there's been a lot of time to reflect. So I think Forbes list is back now because the subscription ran out last week, but I think he's back now. So I'm going with the Commanders to win this one. I don't trust Ritter. Oh, Ritter. Yeah,
I don't trust Ritter either. This is a team I think that should try to go trade for Kirk Cousins. I think this is if they try to go get Kirk Cousins, I think this offense would be a lot better. Or try to go trade for Justin Fields because it doesn't seem like the Bears are going to do anything to help him out. So, but with that being said, I feel like the Commanders should win this game. I feel like Sam Howell's going to have a bounce back game. Not saying that he had a bad game Thursday, but I think he's going to play a lot better in this game. And not just that, I feel like their defense is going to come out angry just because they didn't play well. Their last few games, like I said, last 4 games, they've allowed 30 plus points in every single game. Not what I expected out of this defense, especially how they ended the end of the year last year. I expected them to play a lot better, like how they played in the first game against the Cardinals. I expected that defense to be just like that, and to see them not do that is disappointing. So I feel like they're going to come out and show something this game. So I got the Commanders win this game.
This was the week last year we made a turnaround, by the way. Let everybody know.
Your speech was a week too early.
How my speech?
Remember, you was like, look, if Ron Rivera don't go out there and beat these Bears, Tomo, I don't care how he do it. He better win. And they went out there and won, and the season looked a little bit brighter.
And now it's like, if you don't win against the Falcons, you might get gone. But I gotta say that more often, man.
But hey, I just you in the same situation, Carlin, too, though, because you picked these Falcons to win the division.
I did, but it's cool. They gonna lose some games. They don't need to win much.
Look, that is true. That division is somebody gonna stumble into the playoffs down there.
What are you talking about? What?
They trying to send my Kirk to Atlanta. Oh yeah, he put that in the comments that day.
The Kirk Cousins to Atlanta trade.
He did. He didn't want to say that, and we were like, "Yeah, that's good."
You're right. He did say that. You're right. My bad, Ty. Dang.
Ty was like, "Look, man, I gotta get back." But hey, speaking of stumbling into the playoffs,
Tom was funny. Before you say something,
go ahead.
I definitely switched the topic to make the Cowboys go last, and Tom was switched it back.
Oh, you did that? I thought I did that. I was doing it. I was doing it who won. I was like, look, these losers don't need to go last.
Because that game is more of a close game.
And that's a Monday. And that's a Monday night game.
I get y'all that. We got to put y'all last, Tombo.
We can switch it back. Because we already know who's gonna win this one.
That's why I'm here. Deshaun not playing on thing. I think he out.
Yeah,
and he said he might not be back for a while.
Yeah, he has a They said that he commits multiple games with a rotator cuff contusion.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
saw what
they playing
Baker went through.
baseball.
He saw what he saw what Baker went through. He like, nah, I ain't getting me on footage like this.
Yeah. So Dave,
Are y'all gonna ask me again if we're gonna cover the spread this time?
Yeah.
are y'all gonna get more than 14 points?
It's a good defense, though.
It is. It
The
is. This
spread
is
is 9.5. San Francisco minus 9.5. And it's in Cleveland.
mhm.
They disrespected, but they got no quarterback. Y'all about to have a feeling on defense. Probably got your defense on fantasy about to eat. I feel bad for
They show the jersey, Dave. Show them the jersey, man. You about to win MVP.
I'm playing them this week. That's funny. I'm playing my own defense this week. Shout out to Teddy for stealing my defense when I wanted him. But Freddie G. Warner, of course, who I said, who I put him, who's one of my dogs that I put in the field today. I'm expecting us to win this game. Not only is Deshaun Watson out, of course, you know Nick Chubb is out for the rest of the year. But also David Njoku may or may not play in this game. So I expect us to win this game, and I expect it to win this by no less than 10 points. So
you covering?
Yeah, we definitely covering the spread.
Okay, I like the more confidence you have.
Yeah. I bet they look after what I saw last Sunday. I shouldn't. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry. I'm only saying this because your defense was number one in scoring, and I saw what we did against that defense. So I'm just talking about the defense right now. I feel like if we can do that, then we should be able to do that now. So
you better.
I like to see consistency, so we should win this game. And there shouldn't be any question that we should win this game.
Joe.
Did we not see the Browns against the Ravens without Deshaun Watson?
We know who we all picking. I just want to see who's going to add a little more to the cake that Dave was baking. That's all.
10 points? Y'all scoring at least 30. Let's say that. Y'all scored 30 in the game so far. So let's start with that. Y'all scoring 30. And with the Browns scoring 20? Nah, Dave. With that offense, y'all might win.
Purdy is the fourth quarterback in Super Bowl era to score 30 straight points in 10 straight starts.
Y'all win about 20 minimum.
20?
Dub Club. Sweet. Get him out of here. That's sweet. What do they call it? Right? When you play Madden, it's been a while for me, man. And you 21-0. What you call
21
that?
donut. Yeah.
21 donut. Skunk. Get him out of here. Y'all won by 21. Get him out of here.
21. Can you do something for me?
I know we talking about the Broncos cleaning house. I know D Watt is good, but I think the Browns need to start making some moves on offense as far as like the reshaping of this landscape, because their defense is good. Like they showed y'all what we can do, but I don't know.
Maybe it's the play calling. Maybe it's the coaching. I don't know.
Equal ties.
I
don't know, but they need to do something. Like I know Chubb is your centerpiece, but now after Chubb getting hurt on that same leg, some people start to rethink how their career is gonna go. So now you might need to rethink how your offense is, because now y'all was a grounding pound. I don't know, man. Look, I seen this team what they did to my team. I'm not saying the Browns is on the same level as the Cowboys, but I've seen the Browns play like how the Cowboys played on Sunday night against other teams. So with that being said, they're gonna win.
It's over.
They got it.
It's
they
over.
got it.
We don't own the rights and no music as brought onto the show.
I made that sample.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm lying, but I just had to say that so they don't get it.
Really
I don't know who made that sample.
but they've been running the ball pretty good since Chubb been out though. They've been running the ball. It's just a quarterback play.
Joe, you see how the Cowboys played on Sunday night? You watch the Browns play like that almost every game with their starting quarterback.
You talking offense?
Yeah, offense wise.
Man, it's a
Amari
quarterback.
Cooper is gonna walk home. He's just gonna leave. Just take the helmet off, bro. Don't even show up. But anyway, I guess we gotta talk about this one. So we're gonna talk about it. Cowboys versus Chargers on Monday night. I got a positive note for y'all. Y'all know the Cowboys are like 9-1 coming off of a loss.
Mm-hmm.
I got a negative for y'all. Though.
What's
Y'all know every team that's played the 49ers are, what is it, 1-15 or something like that?
after they play them.
It don't even matter if the 49ers won the game.
Yeah.
Just after playing them, the other team is only 1-15 since playing them.
Last year, yeah.
That's facts. Dang.
I remember that stat when we played them last year.
I had another positive for you. Kellen Moore's on the other side of the ball. That's a positive, maybe. The other positive is it's a bounce back game, so you get to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Parsons may be going to linebacker, so we may be seeing him at his natural position instead of trying to be a pass rusher. So maybe he can do the rushing from different gaps now without people knowing he's lined up as an edge rusher. Maybe Dak Prescott wants to impress CeeDee Lamb a little bit more and say, "Hey, Kellen, we really can do this without you and score some points." We don't know. Offensive line is intact, but we're gonna see. I'm picking the Cowboys to win this game because I picked them before when we did our brackets. And the reason why I said that is because we got to show Kellen Moore that it wasn't just all about you. It was about us. And also, man, they got to stop playing like, you know what I mean? I can't say it because it's a family show, but they got to stop playing like that. They got to show out there and show that they can actually live up to some expectations for once.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cowboys, go do y'all thing. Dave or Joe?
I'll go. I'll let Dave go last.
All right.
So this is a big game because the history of Kellen Moore versus the Cowboys. All the stuff about the Cowboy fans blame Kellen Moore for their lack of success, bad play calling. And now he's with the Chargers. Started off 0-2, but won every game since. All right, now they're 3-2. And Justin Herbert only thrown one interception for the whole year. So, but the Chargers defense, they give up a lot of yards. They give up a lot of points. They do. So this is a good game for your offense to have a bounce back game. Only difference, the Chargers get a lot of yards. The Chargers get a lot of points. So you're going to have to match that. And one thing about both teams, both of y'all force turnovers, I would say. You're both force turnovers. So y'all force more. But I'm going to go with the Chargers. This is one of the games I had y'all losing. I felt like this part of the season is when it's going to be tough for the Cowboys. And Kellen Moore is on his revenge tour. Well, not revenge tour, but seeking revenge back on y'all while McCarthy is calling the plays, you know. So I like how Jerry Jones is handling our situation. He's not killing Kellen Moore, but he's praising Mike McCarthy. I like Jerry Jones. I don't know y'all. I mean, y'all mad because he put y'all on the spot, but like you got his perform. I'm sorry, like
it's not that. It's not that. I'll explain it after Dave, bro. But it's not that.
Okay, you know, a lot of people say he put out expectations on y'all. I'm like, ain't he?
That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. No.
So I would love an owner like that, but it's just that we gotta remember that Dak Prescott is a 4th round draft pick. He's not naturally gifted like Mahomes or Herbert or quote QBs like that. So he's not. But we expect him to do a lot because he played for the Cowboys. I'm sorry, this is how this will come with it. When he does good, he will get all the praises. But when he does bad, guess what? He'll get kicked on the ground. That's how it works. So,
this guy stinks.
What happened when he's bad?
Yeah. So this is on a big stage, Tomo. Monday Night Football against Kellen Moore. If y'all lose this game, man, y'all and the media's gonna have a field day about y'all. You're gonna see memes all over the place on social media. In the NFL chat. Oh my God. Or if you wish I could mainstream. So I'm going with the Chargers. In a close one, too. In a close one. Let me say 4 points. If we jump 4 points.
I think it's gonna be a close game as well.
28-24. Sorry, Dave.
Look, at least we get 20 again.
I think it's gonna be high scoring. I'm also thinking it's gonna be like I'm more so thinking like 31-27. I don't think it's gonna be that.
4-2? Okay.
But I'm going with the Cowboys. I believe that CeeDee Lamb is going to have his best game of the season so far.
Okay.
With them trading away J.C. Jackson, that exposes that defense a little bit more now. And it was already it was already not good, not that good. With him there. Now I do expect Joey Bosa to still, play his game like he needs to. And even Khalil Mack. So I think those two, that's a tandem that not too many people talk about in the league, but it's still a really good tandem. But I think the Cowboys bounce back this week and win on Monday night, 31-27. I feel like Dak's going to have his best game of the season so far. I think Tony Pollard is going to be more involved in his game as well. I'm not saying he's going to run for over 100 yards, but I'm thinking like maybe 80 yards rushing and about 20, 30 yards passing. So he's going to have 100 scrimmage yards. And I feel like Micah Parsons is going to. This is going to be the lights that he actually shows up to. I feel like he's going to play well when the lights are on in this game.
Well, you got the Cowboys blowing them out. It sounds like.
It sounds like any Chargers game that's been happening this year.
Yeah, true. I think Herbert would throw a pick, and I think Dak would throw too.
You know what? Hey, I don't even care no more. If that's gonna get him back to throwing for 300 yards a game, throw the picks, man.
Yeah,
just throw the picks. It is what it is. Like, just go win. At least last year when you threw them interceptions, you won some of them games. Like, he keeps forgetting that. Like, I've seen several quarterbacks throw 2 or 3 interceptions in the game and they won, and yet it's not talked about. So that it is what it is, bro. Exactly, but it is what it is.
Don't he got more interceptions than Dak this year?
No, I think they tied now. They tied because after Dak threw 4, it's 4-4.
That 3-1 game though.
I
throw you off a little bit.
Yeah. And then the 3 came right after I said, you know what, Dak? Like, after this game, you might be able to bounce back because, the defense didn't play so well. And then it was like, as soon as I said defense didn't play so well, pick. I said, you know what? Then I turn around. I look again. I said, pick again. I said, yeah, dog. We not going. You can't get it all back in one play. Then he threw the punt down the field. I said, man, Josh Allen. I said it in the chat. I said, Josh Allen looking for my phone number. He's like, remember that Jets game? You talked about me with the Jets. Look at your boy. So, but we're gonna see what happens, man. This is one of them games. Somebody threw out there on like one of the Cowboy networks. They was like, can you imagine Dan Quinn with that Chargers defense and all the weapons that they have? They should have like a top 5 defense. But what's going on over there?
And Brandon Staley, a defensive coach.
Exactly. You think he would just be like, here you go, Kellen, take that, and then I'll just handle what's over here. Oh well. And the Jerry Jones thing, for me, is not Jerry putting us on Front Street. It's more so the fact that Jerry talks a big game, but he doesn't like command his general manager-esque like he used to. Like, if you want to go win a Super Bowl, there's certain moves that need to be made, and he doesn't do it anymore.
I think the one move he don't make is the head coach. That's it. Y'all need a head coach that's a leader, like a stern head coach, a non-nonsense head coach. That's what y'all need.
You saw the post I put in there before. I'm not talking about Sean Payton.
Yeah, I like the other one.
Talking about the other coach.
Who?
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Jim Harbaugh comes up from college from Michigan and comes to, trust me, but your environment would change.
That's only Jerry problem. Like those head coaches, like Jerry, move, bro. Like, you doing too much. This is my locker room. Jerry wants to. That's his only problem. His ego is in his way.
You wanna know what's crazy though? It's been weird though this year. Like, Jerry hasn't really been doing that much this year. He's really been on the backseat, which is it's a lot of weird stuff going on with these Cowboys this year. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Let's get into these last words so we can get on up out of here.
All right. Sunday, man. Commanders. Been a while, like Tomo said. Get this dub. Falcons. Have a good game against them. Respect the opponent, and we're gonna do what we do and get this dub. All right. Shout out to Commanders. That pan up. Sacramento. Stay under the radar. Heard another expert. The Kings can get better, but they can still fall in the standings because the West is so good. Another expert is doubting y'all, man. Like the bean. That's all I gotta say.
Mario Cristobal.
Dave ain't saying enough. He still got some more.
You and the offensive coordinator were the reason why we lost that game last week. If you make that same mistake this week, I'm calling for your job. Miami already hasn't had enough wins against top 15 teams in college football. The last time we had a win against the top 15 team was in 2003, I believe, or like 2008. Now, the last time we beat a top 25 team was last year. Was in 2021. Mario Cristobal, we brought you here for a reason. You are a Miami alumni. You were a part of that 2001 national championship team. You cannot make boneheaded mistakes like this twice in your head coaching career. You did it once in Oregon in 2018, and you did it last week with us. You cannot make those mistakes if you want to improve and have a great recruiting class. Do your job, Mario Cristobal. And if you see that the offensive coordinator is making a mistake, you are the head coach. You stop it and be like, no, run this play because we have the game already won over. There's no reason why we should be running the ball with 40-something seconds left when we have the lead. Just kneel. It was on third down. Like, come on. You don't make that stupid mistake.
Tell him more.
San Francisco, just go handle the job on Sunday. 1 o'clock. We in Cleveland. Bang, bang, not the game. Let's do what we got to do. Jimmy Butler, even though you come out with your shenanigans and, your emo hair, I know you do that to be funny because that's just who you are. Let's go out and handle business this season. They're already saying that they don't take the duo with you and Bam very seriously. Bam is one of the best defenders in the league. We know what you do when playoff time comes. Do something this year. That's all I got to say to you.
Man. And Tomo, I'm going to send that clip back when you whisper Kellen Moore. I'm going to send it to the Chargers. All right.
It don't matter. I tell Kellen Moore to his face. He know his problem. He did it with he doing it with the Chargers. Situational football ain't him. We gonna see. Let me not, because next thing you know, I'm gonna be clipped up on Monday. Situational football ain't him. Situation, and this is we keep replaying. But hey, Wizards, I want to tell y'all this, man. Look, last year I was upset. Tommy Shepard couldn't do nothing right. He was still trying to figure it out. Then Ted said, "You know what? I got y'all. Clean house." Will Dawkins, Michael Winger. I see the vision, man. Mm-hmm. I see the vision. It ain't defense. It's to sell tickets, baby. We here to shoot threes and make the kids smile, man. If we lose some games in the process, it's okay because it's a learning curve. But the pillars of this foundation of this franchise are here now with Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma. I know some people still want to get rid of Kuzma. I don't understand why. And some people are still upset about the Bradley Beal trade. Again, I don't know why. He had a no trade clause. So wherever you tried to send him to, he could have said no. He's out. New regime is in. Bilal Coulibaly, my man. I don't even know how to say your name correctly, but look, because I ain't even say French. You're balling right now. Cowboys.
I think it's Coulibaly.
Coulibaly.
I think it's Coulibaly, but
all right, Bilal. We're gonna say BC. Just gonna call him BC. All right. And I say Wizards. Hey, Cowboys, just win. I ain't got no motivational speeches for you no more. Y'all let me down last week. You know what you need to do. The title of this episode should be "Do Your Job." That's it.
Gotta bounce back. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace. Wow, come on, bro.
thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.